Hey y'all. Well, I reckon it's time to call that effort a day. I got back a little while ago after being over in Lufkin and trying to move some of these tomato plants. Ain't that something? I can't even give them away. Oh well. I got to be honest, I was had it set up down there at the road, and I guess it might have been because I spelled it correctly. I don't know. It got me to thinking about that old song back, what was that, 2006. Old boy, native of Georgia, wrote the song, and another native of Georgia made it famous. Of course, the writer went on to be a bigger superstar than the guy that recorded it. But that was, he wrote that before them skinny jeans got too tight in that pop country world. But old song about turnip greens and a girl from the city that got stuck in an endless loop between directions. But I didn't even have anybody stop. I done walked past my egg basket, hadn't I? Well, it's another day. We're waiting on the rain. We got a little bit earlier. Just a little dusting. And I ran over to Lufkin, and Kimberly's in town. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty vocal, of course, with this page and all, but it sure is a blessing to have a sister like her. Over the years, as I was chasing careers all over Texas and 3 or 4 hours from mom and dad, she's always lived about an hour away. And she'd go visit mom about every weekend, and they were pretty thick. She's definitely a nurturer, but had a good visit over there this morning. And I took her the flowers that we posted earlier, and we were right. She kind of came to and said, beautiful. And Dad and I hadn't talked. He didn't know I was bringing any. He'd had to run home for a minute, and I'll take it, but he topped me. He come walking in with a gardenia off of their gardenia bush, and so that trumped my flowers. That's all right. That is all right. She she's got a magnolia bloom in there, and those little wildflowers and a gardenia. It smells like home in there for sure. But just getting through it. I noticed something today, and I know most of y'all see it. Just thankful to live in Texas in the South. I know it happens in parts of the country, but this one was just a real marked occurrence, I guess. I was on 59 and divided highway, 4 lanes. You know, the other lane had no bearing on ours because it had a concrete wall there. And there was a funeral coming the other way. And about half the cars on my side, along with me, pulled over. It was opposing traffic. There was no reason we would have to stop, even as far as the code goes. But it's just something about that, isn't it? And you could tell who was Texans or who was from the South, because we stopped and the other knuckleheads kept rolling like they didn't have no sense. But just had a moment there, sitting there watching that. I know we see it from time to time, but it was so far removed from our lane of traffic, it probably, we could have got away with being respectful and not doing it, but it's just instinct around here, I guess. Well, I got caught at all my seeds and plants. I've stuck them in the ground somewhere. I'm just out of room on 150 tomato plants. I guess we got a few folks may come get a couple, but what we don't get rid of, I guess we'll make some compost tea out of it. That's a shame, ain't it? All them good old tomato plants. I won't have any trouble selling the tomatoes. I guess they're just too much work in putting in the plants. But that's all right. I just couldn't stand to have seeds and not see something grow. I started just sticking plants in, and everywhere I had open dirt, I've got tomato plants. Well, I'm gonna go out here and gather the eggs, I guess. Just kind of quiet around here this evening. Hope y'all have had a good Saturday. Had some storms up northwest of us here. Here in about another hour they'll be rolling through our neck of the woods. We got a little, I don't even know if you can see it. It's just a little sprinkle, but just enough to wet that dirt. But we'll sure take it. Them old hens are still sitting on them eggs. I guess we got about 9 days. Let's see if I can keep from losing signal. It's gonna get dark in here. I'm probably better off watching for them old slithery rascals. It's too dark to do that on live. I'll go in there directly. Let me do a quick roll call. Just wanted to check in and say howdy, and hope y'all are having a good day. Let's see here real quick, and then we'll jump off of here. Y'all sound off. There's Leanne. How are you? And Miss Donna's checking in. And there's my Senora Hernandez. I did tell her that mention you to Mom, and of course she smiles when we talk to her. But you were always special to her, and she to you, I know. There's Brenda. Severe thunderstorm, high winds in Arkansas. Oh goodness. Linda's checking in from Oregon. And there's Linda. How are you? Thank you. Hung our Texas rain gauge today. All right, Aunt Pat. Good stuff. That is all right. And there's Patty. Parker County, them storms and rain had morning warfare 3 inches. Goodness gracious. Well, this silly thing is going on and off. I'm sorry. Y'all can blame AT&T. My good buddy Tony can relate to that for sure. People more polite in Texas. Hope to be back. Yep, that's right. Watching from San Antonio. How are you, Margaret? Good to see you. And there's Trudy checking in. Teresa says hi. Hope you have a great night. Thank you, Trudy. I know that, Senora Hernandez. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've been hanging up these onions to dry. I got to get that patch there cleared out so I can put some tomatoes in. Maybe. But the answer was right in front of me. Need to hang them up somewhere out of the weather and get them to dry. And this old chicken coop made it perfect. The roost is the kind that elevates and hangs on a hook. So we took and how about that? That's that old rotten hay string. Hey, that's a hay string that's rotten because I don't have to have a knife to cut it. It's strong enough to hold onions, and I can break it like I want to. Y'all remember that video? Kind of got pie in my face on that one, telling a little story. But anyway, all right. Well, let me get off here. Didn't have a whole lot going this evening. Just kind of wanted to check in and say howdy. And if you need tomatoes, come get some. Tomato plants, that is. We got plenty. All right. And there's my Cajun pirate friend, Chris. How are you, ma'am? Planting 4 rows of Egyptian pearl onions and more poison ivy. I'm sorry, Jennifer. Hey, there's my buddy Glenn. It's almost pea picking time, brother. Y'all gonna have to make a trip down here. Barbara's in Monterey, Tennessee. Missed that one. All right. Well, y'all have a good evening. Be the light and hunker down on this stormy weather as we get another round of it. It takes it to keep it green, though. Y'all have a good evening. Be the light.